Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer.
Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning. The cap is loose on that ketchup.
Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
The views expressed on our programs are not necessarily those of WVON, Midway Broadcasting Corporation, or our participating sponsors.
It's The Fundamentals with T-Dub and BJ Turbine on Chicago's essential storyteller, WVON.
Welcome to The Fundamentals. I am your host, Titus T. Dub Williams. We got a jam-packed show for you tonight. Of course, we're talking the Crosstown Classic with the Cubs and White Sox going at it this week. Who won, who lost? Maybe that's a World Series in the future. Who knows? We got to talk about, of course, training camp. The Bears play Cincinnati tomorrow. And NBA news. A lot of people are on the move, a lot of major shakeups. So let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And now,
Fundamentals.
These are the fundamentals.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life.
Fundamentals.
Welcome to the Fundamentals. I am your host, Titus T. Dub Williams. We got a jam-packed show for you tonight. We got to recap the Crosstown Classic series between the White Sox and the Cubs. Of course, the Bears are in preseason action. We got a game tomorrow against the Cincinnati Bengals. And, of course, NBA news. A couple moves happened that nobody saw coming. But at the same time, if you were a fan of these teams, I know that you're happy. We got a lot to discuss tonight. And, of course, the big news is what we're going to start off with is Chicago State University. Chicago State University has a football team, a Division I team, and guess what? Their opening weekend of Chicago State football is starting next weekend. So let's start off with that. Turbine, man,
sir,
we got a lot going on, but first, how are you doing? How was your week?
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm trying to get these cameras going in order. Hold up. There it is. Nope, not Turbine. There's Turbine. Let's take these guys out here. Yeah, YouTube's going to be, doing the best we can here. What up, everybody? How we feeling?
Feeling good.
It's a fun Friday night. How does it feel to be alive in the city of Chi on a Friday night? I usually say that, but, I just want everybody to know it's fun. It's a good time. It's a good time.
I'm glad you kept that energy. We need it.
Every time, my boy.
Yes, sir.
So, I'm the north sider of north siders can get, but I will give you guys your flowers because you guys just walked off.
Woo!
Good job, White Sox.
Scoreboard.
Come on. Pardon me, I gotta get these mic right.
Scoreboard. Turbine.
Go ahead.
You want me to recap it or will you?
You do it for me, please.
So we were going to start with Chicago State University, the football team, but we're going to get back to
We'll get there right after this.
Right after, exactly. So right now we got a final on the Chicago White Sox. The Chicago White Sox just won a walk-off victory against the New York Mets the New York Mets 6-4 and dramatic finish. Jake Rogers hit the game-winning 2-run home run to get the White Sox over the edge in the bottom of the ninth. And guess what? They just won a pretty big game. Right now, also, I noticed right before the game, I did my research that the White Sox don't play anybody better than them for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's right now.
Crazy.
But right now, they're in a 16-game stretch.
True, very true.
Because
very
they had to make, after the Crosstown Classic, they did have to make up that game against Atlanta, and unfortunately,
rain delay game.
They lost 2-0.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but when it comes down to it, you guys won the series.
Yeah,
you guys. It's a great one. It's a great one.
Absolutely.
So Atlanta came in, did business, but today you guys responded in great fashion. So good on you guys.
Especially in the bottom of the 7th inning. We were down 4-0. All of a sudden, there was a home run.
Whoa. What woke you up?
Let me the whole thing, watching it, the whole thing. So there was a first home run hit by Miguel Vargas. Then after that,
a two-run
homer. Then after that, Gretchen came up, hit a home run. And then after that, there was another home run hit by Colson Montgomery, which made it a tie game at 4-0. In the bottom of the ninth.
This is what we live for, Chicago.
We got a runner on first base, and Jake Rogers, again, hit the game-winning home run.
This is what
we live
for, Chicago. We want these moments. This is a great moment.
And you know what I learned earlier today that I did not know? Guess who has the most walk-off wins this season?
The Cubs.
The Cubs.
And now you guys have moved into sole second place, because the last time I saw this, the only reason I know this is because, unfortunately for y'all, I'm respectful. I am respectful.
You're way better than me.
We did walk off twice against you guys in the Crosstown, and that Crosstown walk-offs led us to 13 walk-off wins this season, which leads the entire league.
Yeah.
You guys were in a 4-team tie, something. It was like 3 or 4-team tie for second place with 9 a pop. But winning today, you guys moving to second.
Hey.
So that's crazy that Chicago baseball is so good. Who's the number 1 team in walk-offs? The Cubs. Who's the number 2 team in walk-offs? The White Sox. Chicago baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Right. Chicago baseball. Right. Tell me why you don't want to tune in and at least support the Southsiders and or the Northsiders. It's all winning baseball. Even to the point where me and Titus talked about a pipe dream about a Sox Cubs World Series.
Now, I want to get into that.
I'm just saying it's pipe dream. It was you and me just
just talking.
Just us talking water cooler.
Right at the beginning of the season we talked about it.
And guess where we're at? The mainstream media is picking it up like, is this gonna happen?
It could be a possibility. Now, I do want to get to talk to you, because I didn't want that to be my tea time, but I'm gonna just go right into it right now. So I don't know if you saw this earlier this week, but Mike Wilbon, one of my favorite analysts of all time, Chicago.
I heard that.
My boy.
Yeah, you sent me the clip.
Yep, I sent you.
I remember.
The clip.
I know. Go ahead, but break it down for them.
So those of you who don't know, Mike Wilbon works for ESPN. He covers pretty much everything. He is one of the hosts, part of The Interruption. Been doing it for over 20 years. One of my favorite people to watch in sports. And so he said something on ESPN 1000 on the Waddle and Sylvie show about the Cubs and the White Sox possibly facing each other in the World Series. And he said something that was going to be my tea time segment, but I'm going to just get into it right now. He said that he, quote unquote, would not want the Chicago White Sox and the Chicago Cubs to meet each other.
I heard that.
Series.
I heard that.
And I was so dumbfounded when I heard that, because at the beginning of the season, we both talked about this, that could be a possibility.
Did you hear his argument though?
I do. And I'm going to get into it.
Go.
Because a couple years ago, he was related to the New York Yankees and the New York Mets when they possibly had a chance to meet each other in the World Series.
They did meet in the World Series.
Yes.
And he was saying that the rest of the nation
would not care.
Yeah. In a nutshell, he said nobody would care. And nobody did care when the Mets and the Yankees met in the World Series.
Yeah.
So by those logics, by that metric, would somebody would the nation care about the White Sox and the Cubs doing battle in the World Series? I think personally, and this could I might be biased. I don't know. Really, I am in a majority. I am the majority of Chicago faithful, saying that if that happens, I'm there. I'm there.
Absolutely.
But I don't know what Wisconsin's gonna say. I don't know what Detroit, Michigan, Minnesota, New York, Texas, Florida, etc. I don't know what the rest of the grander United States are gonna say about that. Simply because when the Mets and the Yankees actually did it a couple years ago, unfortunately, the numbers came in and it wasn't the highest rated World Series. I think personally, and again, this could be biased. It could not be. Just check me if I am. Check me, guys. Check me. But I'm just saying, if they do this, I do believe that the White Sox and the Cubs could pull ratings. That's me. I think so. Why not? Why? That right? Do we talk about the Yankees and the Mets?
Not really.
But I think we talk about the Sox and the Cubs.
I mean, it's a Subway Series. So
you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it where it's like, the NL and AL side, but it just, I just think that the White Sox and the Cubs rivalry is just a little bit more deeper than the Mets and the Yankees.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we all know when it comes to the narrative, the Mets are the blue collar, the Yankees are $1 billion.
Yeah.
And that's the rivalry there. And everyone expects, no matter what happens, they expect the Yankees to win it because of that payroll.
Agreed.
And whatever the Mets can bring against the Yankees is simply a hard attitude, a hard, mentality, and say, yo, we're blue collar. We're going to show you rich people that we can do certain things. I'm going to say something else on this mic, but
yes. FCC regulations.
Exactly. So with that being said, that's the narrative that goes with the Mets and the Yankees. But the White Sox and the Cubs, that's blue collar against blue collar. They ain't no, there's a narrative there for the Cubs, but at the end of the day, we're both lovable losers. Yeah. In the existence of both the White Sox and the Cubs,
you're right.
It's 6 total World Series between both squads. 3-3.
And see, here's the thing that I want to get into. Here's why I differ from Mike Wilbon because of that. It's because of the fact is that he forgot something to talk about when he went on his rant about why people wouldn't watch it.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Literally. Let me find it here.
Hang on. Before you do that, but we'll keep doing your thing. I'll go off. So 2 years ago, in 2024, the Chicago White Sox had the worst record in the MLB in all of time. They had the worst record last year. They got close to beating that record, but they did it. And then another year later, they're number 1 in their division. So after 2 years of being literally the worst team in baseball, the Chicago White Sox are number 1 in their division, going to make a playoff run, not going to lose 100 games in the season, and could potentially, if they could make a deep playoff run with the team that they got because they believe in themselves, could possibly make it to a World Series. And then the Cubs, on the other hand of that, are literally only a couple games out of first place. And right now they're playing the Milwaukee Brewers, who do have the first place in the division right now. And they're only up, I think 3 games or something like that. They were only up 3 games. And so if the Cubs win the series, they're tied. They're literally tied for first place. So we're talking about a team that's won 70 plus games that can potentially win their division as well, who are playing red hot lights out baseball. Unfortunately, they beat my White Sox twice this week in walk-offs in dramatic fashion, but both games were completely competitive.
Did I text you any of those times?
Oh, no, I text you, so I'm not.
I was polite.
No, you're very polite. But the point I'm trying to make,
I want the world to know, Turbine was polite.
He was. I will give him that. I was the one who was like, "Oh, you got lucky." But again, those were great games, and not only that. Both games were nationally televised games and brought in numbers. So going back to the World Series with the Mets and the Yankees, I think it's one of those things that hit different just because of the fact is that, I'm not going to say nobody likes the Yankees. Of course, that's literally baseball's team. That's America's quote unquote team for baseball. And then, of course, the Mets are the blue collar team. They're the underdogs. They're the little brothers of New York. You want to see them do well. With that Subway Series, I thought it was cool. I was excited for it. I was happy that when it happened. But to Turbine's point, I don't think that it will hit the same way as it would if both Chicago teams hit. I mean, we're talking about, like you said, two lovable losers. The Cubs winning the World Series literally 10 years ago. The White Sox winning theirs, 21 years? The White Sox winning theirs literally 21 years ago. And again, the White Sox literally 2 years ago was the worst team in baseball. And then 2 years later, here they are fighting for the division to make the playoffs. It's one of those
great stride.
It's a great story. It's a great story. And again, those last two games on nationally televised.
And you guys could earn a bye for the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. Literally, those two national games versus the Cubs and White Sox that they played brought in numbers. I think America is actually wanting to watch that. I think that's something they want to see. Murakami, they want to see PCA, they want to see Miguel Vargas, they want to see all of these superstar players for both teams actually go at it. I mean, we call him and make fun of him a little bit, and no disrespect, but we also talk about Savannah Bananas, Justin Peters. So it's just one of those things, like, you want to see these players and get they all and go against each other. And again, people literally took off work just to watch the Cubs and White Sox do battle with each other this week, and it brought in numbers. So, I mean, it's just one of those things where I disagree with Mike Wilbon. I think it's, like you said, two blue-collar teams who want to battle against each other. And the crazy part is both teams gave each other praise at the end of the series. Like, oh, they're doing well over there. You know, it's always fun playing a rival team when they both in your city, and then vice versa. Vice versa, on both teams had respect for each other, and they were like, we really enjoy playing against each other because it showed us where both of our teams are at right now as far as being powerhouse teams. So, no, I disagree with Mike Wilbon on this one. I love Mike Wilbon, but I think America would love to see a White Sox and Cubs World Series.
Let's hear him out real quick, okay? I just want to hear this real quick.
Let's see
how his opinions were when this comes courtesy of ESPN 1000's interview with Waddle and Sylvie.
And the other one is a Cubs Sox World Series. Do you believe
that? I have no interest in seeing that.
Why do you not have an interest in seeing that?
Because it's bogus. It's selfish. It's self-indulgent. I have no interest in it. I saw when the Mets and the Yankees turned in the lowest World Series ratings in the history of the game. We think the Cubs and the White Sox would be any different?
No. But for us, but I know it's selfish, but for our city, you don't think that would be outstanding?
Maybe because I haven't lived every single day of my life in Chicago. I've lived enough other places. One, I have no interest in it. None, zero.
Wow.
I want to see them both in.
No interest.
I want to see them both in. None. I know. I saw it. Cubs, Yankees, Mets. No. The rest of the country goes to sleep. Why do I want that? That's good for Chicago? No.
I don't care what the other country does. I'm part of the country. I care about us. That's what I care about.
I care about us, not to want the rest of the country to go to sleep.
Do you care about the Bears and the Bengals on Saturday?
No.
Okay.
How about
that was Michael Wilbon when it came to what he thinks about a White Sox Cubs World Series. Mike, what are you talking about, bro? Come on. Oh, how is it good for the rest? I'm telling you, the narrative is higher there. Yeah. The Nets and the Yankees. I promise you, the difference between the Yankees and the Mets is the Yankees have always been in the conversation. They're simply, if they're not in the conversation for a World Series, they are 500. But meaning like, hey, they're retooling, they're rebuilding. That payroll, you're always going to be in it, except for the years they retool. So when it comes down to you want to talk, hey, are the Mets and the Yankees going to World Series? That's crazy. Yes, it's amazing for New York, but guess what? At the end of the day, we knew what was going on. Yeah. It's the Yankees. Here in Chicago, that's not what's happening. The Cubs when you look at the Cubs and the Sox, you don't sit there and say one is financially dominant over the other. You'll sit there and say the Cubs are doing solid work, but look at the payroll. There's only 4 guys going past 2030. Everybody else this year expiring contracts. Yeah. The White Sox are playing with house money,
literally,
in the sense of there are players there that I can identify and say, yo, lock him up, lock him up, lock him up. I'm looking at Murakami, Vargas, Colson Montgomery. Lock them up. Those are guys that will be good for your core moving forward.
And again, 2 of those guys are rookies.
Yeah, exactly. But you want those guys there. Cubs, the guys I actually mentioned, they're going to be there until 2030 minimum. That's 4 guys from PCA to who was it? Dansby Swanson, Nico Horner, and
Bregman.
No, yeah, Bregman. Those are 4 key cogs in the whole machine for the Cubs. So going that far, not bad. You know how baseball is. It's a deep team.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more that goes into it than just simply saying these guys. But the fact that we have a core identified helps the Cubs move forward. The Sox, y'all playing with house money right now. The reason y'all don't have deep contracts is because that fact. You're playing with house money. Literally. You didn't come into the season with anybody saying, yo, I expect this, I expect that, I expect this. You know what I mean?
No expectations.
Exactly. And right now you're playing a great spot, and so you're gonna keep on moving in the right direction. What's my man's Graycheck? The young man so far was a walk-on for the team, for lack of better terms. And guess what he ended up doing? He has been a big piece for this whole team. And tonight, homered, showed him a spot, showed where he had his money worth, and tell me right now, you don't want to bring him back next year.
Oh, I definitely do. But that's the point that I'm alluding to, Turbine. It's the fact that, again, 2 years ago, we were the worst team in baseball. Last year, we were one of the worst teams in baseball. And 2 years later, you're fighting for the division. That's amazing. Who would want to see them go further, the underdog versus the other underdog? Especially after what they did. Well, look at what the Cubs literally did just 2 weeks ago against the Dodgers, the highest made payroll in the MLB. They got everybody. They call them the Avengers.
Yeah. Tell me that series won't get ratings.
They literally got every superstar in the league. And guess what?
Just
when
the
Cubs beat them, not only beat them, swept them, the whole nation was watching that series. Who would want to see the Cubs go against the White Sox?
I agree. I promise you, I am right there with you.
I'm just saying.
We'll talk about we'll talk a little bit more on the other side. We gotta take a pause for the cause. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So we'll be right back. We're gonna take some station identification, go to Ben, come back, regroup, and we're gonna revisit the conversation and then move on to the Chicago Bears.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
President Trump says he wants the United States to remain the global leader in cryptocurrency and technology.
New financial technologies are extending this American dominance into the 21st century, and that's why we're focused on creating a clear regulatory framework.
Speaking at the White House, Trump highlighted support for Bitcoin and digital assets as officials launch a new advisory committee. Former Cook County Commissioner Richard Boykin has filed a complaint accusing Cook County Treasurer Maria Pappas of intimidation and official misconduct. Boykin, who is Black, alleges the dispute stemmed from criticism of Pappas's mayoral ambitions, while Pappas has defended her actions. And the Tupac Shakur murder trial resumes today in Las Vegas. Jurors this week heard recordings of Dwayne Keefe D. Davis discussing the events surrounding Shakur's 1996 killing. They were also shown photos of his autopsy. Davis is accused of orchestrating the murder. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. Back to Terry McCready.
The USS Abraham Lincoln being relieved in the Middle East. This after President Trump declared concerns over the aircraft carrier was fake news. Maryland's Black Mayor Wes Moore blasting the president over his remarks.
The response of the president of the United States pisses me off, and it should piss all of us off. I would have hoped that since he's never been forward deployed, since he's never put on the uniform and sacrifice for this country, that he would have more compassion for the people who are willing to.
More on CNN. Multiple reports now confirm the replacement aircraft carrier, the USS George Washington, has arrived, giving the San Diego-based crew of the Lincoln a chance to return home. There have been concerns about the 5,000 crew members who departed San Diego back in November, setting a modern carrier record for time at sea. There could soon be tougher scrutiny for green card applicants when they're deemed a public charge, and that defines an individual who was primarily dependent on the government. Public charge guidance allows immigration officials to consider whether a U.S. citizen child of the applicant or one of their relatives has used health or social service programs, even if the applicant has not. A release this week from the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services says officers will apply several factors to determine whether green card applicants are subject to the public charge of inadmissibility. The new rule means officers will assess all pertinent facts on a case-by-case basis. A USCIS spokesperson says the Trump administration is upholding the rule of law and protecting American taxpayers from subsidizing aliens who may become dependent on public benefits. The WNBA suddenly has become political with one of their biggest names, Sophie Cunningham, speaking out against transgender athletes competing in women's sports. Her team, the Indiana Fever, played in Dallas yesterday, and there was plenty of conservative support.
We very much appreciate what Sophie is doing, but disappointed with the WNBA failing to create a policy to protect women in their sport.
Mary Elizabeth Castle, with Texas Values, held a rally outside the American Airlines Center. The WNBA Players Association said in a statement they welcome hard conversations, but refuse to be used as political pawns. Philadelphia Mayor Sherelle Parker is excited about One Philly HBCU Week, October 27th through the 31st. The city will celebrate HBCU culture with a Battle of the Bands, choir competition, and much more. 2 HBCU football games are also scheduled that week at Lincoln Financial Field. Stay informed, stay connected, and subscribe. Follow VIN News this hour wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Terry McCready for the Black Information Network.
When it comes to celebrating our Chicagoland communities, Wintrust is here for it. We're proud to support small businesses in our own backyards, like Lori Bryden Living, a custom shopping experience at 4452 South Cottage Grove Avenue in Chicago. Central Sonar, accessible mental health and healing services at 2645 West 51st Street in Chicago. Princeton Technical Services, building and maintaining modern infrastructure at 940 West Adams Street, Suite 305 in Chicago.
It's the afternoon show.
Those people that are saying, I am not my ancestors, are speaking from a place of privilege only given to them by their ancestors. So how can you come here now, right, when they've shed all the blood, when they've been bitten by all the dogs, when they've been hosed down by all the hoses, when they've been slapped in the face by all the cops, and here you come after laws have been passed to say what you wouldn't allow. I am not my ancestors. I think that is insanely disrespectful.
Weekdays at 3 on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON. Alexa, play WVON 1690 AM.
Getting WVON 1690 AM station from iHeartRadio.
Try it out for yourself. America is listening to WVON.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies. That's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? More ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better. Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
I'm Selma, and I'll be your server this evening. The special is pasta primavera, and it comes with a salad. Oh, and by the way, I abuse my children. Lots of times I beat them for even the smallest reason. When they really get on my nerves, I lock them in the closet for a few hours.
If only child abuse was this easy to recognize, perhaps then more people would report it. If you even suspect abuse, call Child Help at 1-800-4A-CHILD or visit www.childhelp.org. www.childhelp.org. We've helped millions of people help millions of children, and we can help you. All calls are anonymous and confidential. So remember, 1-800-4-A-CHILD or visit www.childhelp.org. Child Help. Trust your instincts. A public service message brought to you by Child Help and the Ad Council.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover guitar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
It only takes a minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. And you can do it at doihaveprediabetes.org. But you're probably not going to. Nope. I'm sure you've got a perfectly good excuse. Kids, work. I get it. You're busy. So what better time than now? Let's begin. Raise one finger if you're a man. Ladies, none yet. Oh, count in your head if you're driving. Now, 3 more fingers for everyone over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40, 1 more if you're not physically active, another finger if anyone in your family has type 2 diabetes, another if you've got high blood pressure. If you're overweight, raise another finger, 2 if you're very overweight, and 3 if you're really overweight. You've just taken the world's first audio pre-diabetes test. And if you're holding up 5 or more fingers, visit doihaveprediabetes.org or talk to your doctor. There's no excuse because prediabetes can be reversed.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies.
That's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? More ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better.
Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
The following message is brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed with abundant physical resources and inspired as it should be with the high purpose to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach this problem of reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Your stuff can be a resource for change. Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org.
Dad! Come in! Over here! Look at this, Dad! Over here!
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire.
Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, biking, fishing, or camping. Or do your own thing when you get there with family and friends. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Information on hot water heating.
No. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out the words.
World music. Playing track now.
No.
Let me try. Our daughter gets confused about which details in a story are important.
Which paper towels are most absorbent?
What?
Here are 5 product reviews.
Why are you not getting me?
See, I told you.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
Back to the fundamentals with DJ Turbine and T-Dub on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Was the one me.
She was so
Go ahead, Si.
thirsty, you see.
She reminds me of the one.
This is why we could never be. You remind me of a girl
that I once knew.
See her face whenever I think of you. Wouldn't believe all of the things she put
me through. This is why I'm so messed up in 2026. Welcome back to the fundamentals.
Woo!
My name is DJ Turbine, and that's a heartbroken T-Dub.
I am a heartbroken T-Dub.
God, right. We're back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the fundamentals.
How to separate the two.
I'm telling you right now, this song, it's a good song, you know. But you know already, you remind me, the second you go into this, there's somebody that you're going to be reminded of.
You already know.
Whenever those high notes come in, you know it's for that person.
Absolutely.
You don't have to say who it is, but you know, just Gloria. I'm just, you know, just things like that. You know what I mean? Like, it just comes out, you know.
Absolutely.
Just things like that. Welcome back to the fundamentals. I'm DJ Turbine.
I am Titus C.W. Williams.
On the other side of the break, we was talking about this crosstown classic, and pretty much we won. The Cubs won, but guess who won tonight?
The Sox.
The Sox. So it's going in the right direction for the Sox right now.
And a quick scoreboard update because we can't forget about them. Scoreboard.
The
The Chicago Cubs are losing 3-4 right now.
in Seattle.
In Seattle.
And after jumping out to an early 3-0 lead.
Yes.
So we'll see what ultimately happens when it comes to our Northsiders. I think they'll be just fine because you can jump out to a 3-0 lead and go down 4-0. It shows me that the bats are still a little bit hot. So
yeah, exactly.
somebody gonna smack
We're
that
not worried about it.
into, down Seattle into the Seahawks Stadium, Safeco, whatever. But we're getting there. We're getting there.
Not worried about it.
But again,
hit a home
the
run
White
in the fish
Sox victory, 6-4.
Yes, sir.
Walk-off fashion.
Yes, sir.
Good job, Southsiders.
Jake Rogers, woo!
That is something y'all needed, especially after losing against the Braves in the makeup game.
We don't
That
talk about Bruno.
you
We don't
guys.
talk about
Well, hey, being what it is right now, the Sox are in a 16-game home stand. Like normally, if that game didn't happen, that game would have been the off day for you guys.
Yep.
But you had to make it up, and now what had a day off is coming into a 16-game stretch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, the Cubs had the same thing at a 17-game stretch.
Yeah, that's true.
So, hey, Southsiders, I have the faith in y'all. I think y'all can do just fine.
And that was when they went
the one thing that does give me a little concern
for sure. Go first.
Is your pitching. I mean that with most respects. Yeah. Davis Martin has hit the 15-day DL.
Yeah, it's tough.
Every time y'all pitching by committee.
Yeah.
You're not pitching with a starter.
Yeah.
You're pitching by committee.
Yeah, that's true.
So, that's the one thing that gives me so much PTSD.
Yeah,
and I hope it all works out for them.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm looking at them saying like, "Hey, you're working through it."
Yeah.
But can we get some stability? Because your bullpen looks just tired.
Well, the problem with the pitching is it's the fact that it's our starters going down. Just like how you faced early in the season with the Cubs when their starters are going down. So, and then all of our pitching.
Don't talk about me like that, bro. That's disrespectful.
True. I mean, but
I'm playing.
Well, most of our pitchers, especially our young pitchers, Davis Martin, these are guys on their first or second year, so it really hurts. That
Davis is a stud. To see him go to the DL,
it's tough. It's tough. That's our ace. It sucks, man.
That is definitely your ace. But hey, man, let's bring one of our other brothers to the show.
Oh snap! Look cool. Called in.
That man who is
I look to my left.
I look to my right. And now the Uncle Day Day in sight.
I don't see him.
But where I hear a voice.
You remind me of a girl that I once knew. What's going on, fellas? What's the word?
What's up, Uncle Day Day?
What's the missing third link? The missing third link. It's nice to hear you, buddy.
Chicago's favorite uncle is on the phone.
Hey man, I thought you was about to say the missing third leg. I was about to say Turbine. That's what we going.
No, sir. You're not gonna get me in trouble. You will not get me in trouble today, sir.
Don't worry.
It comes to FCC regulations and what I do, I make sure I toe the line, but I never cross it.
Don't worry, he's not wearing gray sweatpants today, so we good.
I don't know. He might be where he's at.
I'm talking about you, Turbine.
Me. That's Uncle Day.
Now, mine, they blew today. Okay. We had our first football game of the season that kind of went over way overtime. It was I want to send some prayers to Hillcrest quarterback had a nasty knee injury in the game.
Oh no!
Prayers up for that, but a young man. And it was that delayed the game, and then a little shenanigans started happening.
Yeah.
But I mean, Thornwood, we was able to pull out the victory 12-0, and good Friday night, man. It's a good Friday night. Actually, our coach and Hillcrest coach are brothers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was the first ever. They call it the Weaver Bowl. First ever Weaver Bowl.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so congratulations to the T-Bird football team, varsity football team tonight.
That's dope, man. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. Hey, man.
Yo.
We've been talking about these White Sox and pitching by committee all season.
That's true. We
haven't. Shut up, bro. We haven't done that. We've done that recently because of the whole stuff. No. I'm not gonna let you change the narrative because you know what you just recently saw. No, you guys had a pitching staff until the injuries were not there. Now you have no choice but to go by committee.
Well, we didn't have our starting rotation was solid, but once you got to the bullpen and then trying to close out games, the White Sox been struggling all year trying to close out games.
I'm telling you right now, they're introducing not the closing pitcher, they're introducing the starting pitcher just to play the first inning and then go to their actual ace. And it's like, wow, that's where we're at.
Unfortunately.
Yep. Unfortunately, but I mean, we got the American League Manager of the Year in my eyes on the bench. So I believe that they'll figure out a way to keep winning. And I mean, winning by committee as long as the bats stay hot, because they can score with the best of them in the major league.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You have 3 hitters above 25 plus in that ballpark, 25 home runs between Murakami, Vargas. Who's my last guy? Is Colson?
Montgomery. Yep, Montgomery.
Yeah, you guys definitely have bats.
Yeah. So I mean, we took one on the chin against the Cubs because the 2 games that we lost.
You say 1 or 2?
Were in both of them. One of them we actually should have won the first game. But
you didn't.
Hey, we can respect Shohei Ohtani, and you know I'm a Chicagoan, I'm a South Sider when it comes to baseball. You can respect Shohei Ohtani. But if Pico Armstrong don't get consideration for MVP this season, it is straight blasphemy.
Well, right now he's leading the polls in that.
I agree. No, I agree. No, I mean, right now, it just because you got the argument always comes down to he's a pitcher, he's a fielder. A pitcher has more influence in the game, but you look at what PCA does as when it comes to his glove, it's not even close. It's like this guy is one of the best fielders, one of the best gloves in Major League Baseball. And then what he does on definition of a two-way player in MLB. Unfortunately, he's not a pitcher. I don't need him to be a pitcher. I don't care that he's not a pitcher. Promise you, I don't care. I just appreciate what he does for me when he's at bat. At a bat. It's a weird thing. When he is at bat, and then what he does when he's at center field. And even though there's been days this year where he has taken days off, we saw when he DH'd in the Toronto series that we had to make up. And guess what? He ended up winning the game for us on a steal from third that led to an error, let him go home. That's what MVP races are made of when it comes to him and Shohei. And unfortunately, one of those walk-offs against the Sox kind of helped his narrative because he home runned in game 1. He scored in game 2. And it's just been like, this guy simply he is just cut differently. He is cut from a different cloth.
Absolutely.
But hey, it's been a fun time. I'm glad that baseball in Chicago is that hot. And we talked about Michael Wilbon a little earlier. Yeah. Hey, so I'm going to ask you, Uncle Dede, because you weren't there for that. But did you hear what Michael Wilbon talked about when it came to a possible White Sox Cubs World Series or no?
I did not.
Michael Wilbon pretty much was against it, saying, I saw a New York Mets and a New York Yankees World Series, and he said it was one of the lowest rated World Series. So based on those metrics, he basically copy and pasted and said, if the Cubs and the Sox go to the World Series, that would be something to replicate. Me and T don't think that's, I don't know. I don't know about that. So, Uncle Dede, what do you think when it comes to the possibility of a Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs World Series? It's not out of the realm of possibility just yet.
It's not out of the realm of possibility because the White Sox look like they got the AL Central in the bag, and the Cubs is really gonna get one of those wild card spots if they can figure out a way to get back their division lead. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. I don't care who the Cubs playing, they could be playing against the Savannah Bananas.
Oh, okay.
Cubs is in the World Series. It is going to be watched, regardless of who they're playing against.
I agree with that. This is the lovable losers that you thought years ago, prior to 2016. You thought, oh, they're never gonna go. They're the Cleveland Browns of the MLB. They're this
out of MLB for sure.
But once they did it, it's like, oh, okay, well, no, we're there. And then we look at the White Sox. They have in their history the same amount of World Series. It's 3 a pop, 6 total.
Yep.
So why not? Why not can this happen? And I think we've talked about this all year. If these teams get hot at the right time,
yeah,
you don't know what's gonna happen. And right now, they've been cold, they've been hot, they've been cold, they've been hot, but they've been managing enough to stay right in the race. So this is where I believe that October comes around, they get hot.
Possible they get hot. I mean,
what happens?
Because they both can put runs on the board, and they both have solid defenses. It's a question mark for both teams. Unfortunately, has been the pitching staff.
Now, I want to ask both you and Titus a question real quick, guys. Earlier, I mentioned that the Chicago Cubs have 4 players in contract extensions until 2030. That being PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong, Nico Horner, Dansby Swanson, and who's my last? Alex Bregman. So that's 4. And I want to ask you guys, off of what you have right now being my Southsiders, what are the 4 that you want to retain? Obviously, we know 1, but what are the 4 that you want to retain the same way the Cubs are retaining to those 4 until 2030? And they can build around those 4. So go ahead, guys.
So of course, Murakami. I think we can agree Murakami is definitely 1.
Yeah, he's about 1 hit away from 30 home runs for a rookie season. That's just fun, which is phenomenal.
Most of all time.
Yeah. I would say both the Montgomerys.
Okay, Colson. So you're going with Munetaka Murakami, Colson Montgomery. Who are the other 2?
He said Brady.
Yeah, and what's Brady Montgomery, right?
Yep, Brady Montgomery.
Yeah, because I actually think that out of the 2 of them, Brady might be the better overall player.
Yeah, I can see that.
But Colson is swinging that thing. He's swinging that bat, bro. So, so I would say those 3. That 4th one though might be up for grabs a little bit. Who would you say? Do you agree with both the Montgomerys first?
No, I would. If I was going to lose one, I would lose Colson. And he's been playing phenomenal this season. He's 3rd in home runs on the team. But if I did have to let him walk to, build up my farm system again, or to get some better pitching, I feel like I can lose him. With Braden and Murakami, they both rookies. They're going to be here for a while. Colson is his 2nd year. Don't get me wrong, but if I had to move one of them, it would probably be Colson. But to me, the other name that on the list that I think that people forgetting about is Davis Martin. That's my ace. I got to make sure that he's locked up because he's on his rookie deal still too as well. And my 4th player that people that forgetting about too is Justin Peters, Savannah Banana, rookie.
Yeah,
rookie. Also made the I think all of our guys except one person were all rookies that literally made it to the All-Star game this season. So I got to put Justin Peters in there.
Peters, who else was it?
Peters for me is Murakami.
No, I'm trying to remember the All-Stars for y'all this year. You got 3, right?
Murakami, Peters.
No, Murakami wasn't. He was just at the events. He was a home run in the home run derby.
You asked me who the All-Stars were. The All-Stars were. It doesn't matter if he played in the game. The All-Stars were.
Was Damian Lillard for the All-Star for the Portland Trailblazers when he was in the skills challenge?
No,
or 3-point, whatever he did.
No, that's different. No, that's different.
It's the same thing for Murakami. He's not an All-Star.
No,
he was a participant at the home run derby.
No. You forgetting?
Uncle Dede is trying to say something too.
No. He was elected to the All-Star game, but he was coming off of injury, so he only participated in the home run derby.
Uncle Dede.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If he don't get injured, then he's no doubt playing in the All-Star game.
He was literally coming off an injury. That's
Gentlemen, I think it's the same thing as a dunk contest.
No, it's not.
That's me.
No,
That's
not.
you gonna put it's baseball and basketball, different sports, but you gonna
No.
I'm not an all-star. Is Aaron Gordon an all-star because he was a dunk contest participant?
Hang on.
Zach LaVine definitely wasn't.
No, because you're trying to troll right now.
No, I'm saying just because you participate in the home run derby don't make you a all.
Listen, did you not listen to what I said first? I said he was selected to be an all-star, but he was coming off an injury, so he decided only to participate in the home run derby so he wouldn't get hurt again. That's the only reason he did not play in the All-Star game. He was selected as an All-Star to the All-Star game. He is an All-Star.
Show me receipts.
What do you mean? That was literally it. Google it. Literally Google it.
I'm sorry. You know. At this point, I really am. I'm really trolling you at this point. But you got to show me some receipts, boy. I'm telling you right now.
Look it up. It's literally known fact. Look it up. He was selected. Man. First of all, Sydney, where you at, brother? Where you at? I know you watching the broadcast. Where are you at? Please educate Turbine because clearly he has.
Don't call for help. Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself.
I'm doing it for myself.
You're a grown man. Do it for yourself.
Do it for the vine.
Like I said,
like Uncle Daddy said, do it for the vine.
He was selected as an all-star, but he did not participate because he was coming off of injury. That's why he only did the home run derby. The White Sox didn't even want him to go. They want him to get the notch. Like,
I'm sorry. The question I asked was, who are the 4 to match? I hit 4 for the Cubs. Who are the 4 for your Sox?
I answered the 4. You brought this up. You said
no, I didn't. I was answering phone calls.
You literally
LeBron James is on the phone right now.
I literally brought it up. But
LeBron James.
Okay. So, like I said, that's the only reason why he didn't go.
Titus,
so my 4.
Uncle Daddy and Titus,
my 4.
I need you to recap your 4. Thank you. Just tell me your 4. Thank you.
My 4.
Or your 4.
Not
I know Uncle Daddy's 2. I don't know your 5.
Not 5. Not 5. Shout out.
Figure it out.
Not 5. Shout out to Jaden Daniels.
We don't want to do that because I don't want to cease and desist from Jaden and his mom.
Exactly. 4. So my 4 was again Murakami.
Munetaka Murakami.
I'm gonna go with Braden Montgomery.
Wow, that's a reach. Go.
How you gonna tell me? It's my picks.
I watch your team. I can commentate as much as I want. Keep going because Colston coming up. If Braden's there, I know Colston's there.
Okay. Davis
Martin. He said he would take Braden and not keep Colston.
No. I would take Colston and Braden needs time. But keep going. He said Braden. He said Munetaka. Who are the other 2, T?
Who part of these my picks that he's not here? Okay. So let's move on.
Yeah. Munetaka Murakami, Braden Montgomery.
My next 2. Davis Martin.
3.
And last but not least, Justin Peters. Those are my 4.
Okay, that's
Uncle Daddy.
And my 4,
please.
My 4 will be Murakami. I'm keeping both the Montgomerys because you like.
That's 3. That's 3. So you're going Colson and Brandon.
And Braden, right? I'm keeping both the Montgomerys and not Peters, Davis Martin, because you need a pitcher. Be my 4.
Hey, Miguel Vargas, I'm on your side. Let's go to LeBron James on the phone. This is going to be interesting. LeBron, welcome to the fundamentals. I'm DJ Turbine. That's Ryan James. Oh, I'm sorry. That's wow, it's been a minute. That's T-Dub. That's Uncle Day. Welcome to the show, bro.
What's going on, fellas?
How's Philly?
Man, Philly is amazing.
But I'm from Chicago. It's your boy Ryan James on the phone, man. What's up, fellas?
You said it was LeBron, so I asked how's Philly. I know it's Ryan James. Come on.
We know who it is. What's going on? What's up, nephew?
What's up, little brother?
Hey, man. I was chilling on a Friday night. You know, no young ladies with me this night. You know what I mean? It was a chill night. I'm having me a nice old fashioned.
Not yet.
And I'm
not
sitting
yet.
Here, I'm listening. I'm listening to the show. I'm like, man, I miss my guys. It's that time of year, football season rolling around. I ain't talked about the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl, Bron on the new team. I mean, we've been in the chat, but I'm like, man, I have.
There's a big smile on my face. I love it. Ryan.
I miss my Friday nights, man. So I just had to call in, man, and just say what's up to my family, man. But before we even get into it all, the WVON listening family, man, I miss y'all so much, man. All of the people who will regularly tune into the show, man, I definitely miss y'all, man. I'll be back soon. But man, I truly, man, it's not having the Friday nights anymore, man, it's been tough. Truly, it's been tough. But you guys are still doing amazing. I'm so glad that you guys are keeping this thing going, man. And yeah, man, I had to call in and just say what's up to my guys.
What's up,
we
man?
appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How's Stockton City treating you, man?
Oh man, lovely, man. Lovely. It's I will say this, it's no place like Chicago. I think that, Chicago truly is, I mean, from the food, the people, the culture, just the vibe is truly one of one. But I think it's been good for me, man, to grow in my career, grow in my field, and kind of just advance my life. You know what I mean? But Chicago will always be home. So, I miss you guys. I don't know exactly when the next time I'll be back home, but as soon as I touch down, man, we all got to get up, man, and catch up for sure.
Hey, real quick, Rye, Brother Wall over here on the Facebook chat said, "Is that GOAT James?"
You know what, Bro Wall, it absolutely is Go James. So Bro Wall, I'm gonna take you through a little bit of this.
I'm actually happy for that. That's my little brother. That's my little brother. That's him.
We started in Cleveland, right? Cleveland was a vibe. You know what I mean? Cleveland was a vibe. Then we took our talent to South Beach because we needed to experience what college was like because we didn't go to college. We don't need stuff like that, right? So we had the 4 years of Miami in college, but we did owe the hometown a ring. So we went back, you know what I mean, got the hometown a ring. But then once we did that, we understand that at the end of the day, sports is an entertainment business. So why not go to the entertainment capital of the world, right? We did that, brought a ring to LA, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And now it's time for the final chapter in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, on the fundamentals. You know what I mean? It's just a beautiful story. It couldn't be written any better. So but to answer your question,
how many more years
it is, OJ.
How many more years you think he got left, Ryan?
He got 2 years left.
Okay.
What he's gonna do is because
both of them gonna be in Philly.
Yeah, both of them gonna be in Philly, and think about it like this. So every stop that he's been at, and Uncle Dede can really attest to this. All of the guys can, but Uncle Dede being a coach can really attest to this.
Yes, sir.
The first year for LeBron is always the fill-out year, right? So they don't really know from a lineup standpoint. They don't really know from a positional standpoint how he's going to be used. And it's going to take a while for them to gel. And, LeBron has to kind of inundate and ingratiate himself in the whole everything. From the people that he wants to play, everything, right? So it's going to take time. They have a lot of talent. I know people are like, oh, they got to do this, is this. I would say in the first year, if they make it to the conference finals, that for me would be a success in the first year because he knows in his mind it's a 2-year plan, right? So everywhere he went, the first year in Miami, it took 2 years, right? In LA, it took 2 years. Going back to Cleveland, it took 2 years. It always, because again, that first year is a fill-out year. So I think he does 2 years. I think he goes out gracefully because this was year 23. He's going into year 24. So I think he's going to do 25 years, and that's going to be it.
You think he's gonna get a chance to play with Bryce?
Against Bryce or with Bryce?
No,
with Bryce.
No, neither. Honestly, I don't know if Bryce is an NBA player. I just actually watched the scrimmage that they had actually not too long ago against
That's your cousin, bro.
Somebody in yeah. But I'm honest though. One thing about me, I'm delusional, but I'm honest though. I'm honest. You know what I mean? And my man is, I don't see it right now. I don't see it right now. So I'm not. Maybe he gets a shot, but I think that if he does get a shot, he's gonna be a 4 or 5 year college man before he is ready to make that jump. I don't think he's making a jump in the next year or so. I think with Bronny had a little bit more NBA attributes than Bryce does, in my opinion. So I don't think that that's going to happen. And I think that by him leaving LA, he kind of waved the white flag, if you will, to say that I achieved my dream of playing with my son. Now let me achieve what I need to achieve personally in my last 2 years on the court.
Gentlemen, because he's here, right? I love to do this with you on the air. I'm gonna play a little devil advocacy, and I'm gonna ask all three of you guys a simple question.
Okay.
And I want y'all to be honest.
All right.
Who is the best player on the 76ers?
I'm gonna let the fellas take this one first. I'll go last.
I'm asking. I ain't a part of this. Y'all, T, Uncle Day, have fun.
I'm ready.
Have fun. Who is the best? Who is the best player on the 76ers? Oh, go ahead, SpongeBob.
Okay. To me, it's Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, what?
I'm gonna go Tyrese Maxey.
I love the answer. I love the answer.
Here's why.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Preach.
LeBron is 41. He's about to turn 42. He's averaging still 20 plus a game, which is amazing by that way. But he's not the go-to guy who you want to lean on every night as your number one guy, your number one option. We saw what Jaylen Brown did last season. He statistically had one of his best years in the NBA, his favorite best year in the NBA, according to him last year. But again, he got traded for a reason. But that literally with him doing that being his favorite season and all this, that, and the third stuff, they lost in the first round of the playoffs. Joel Embiid is never healthy for real. Yeah, he won an MVP a couple seasons ago, but to me, I felt like that was kind of a gimme because of like, all right, we finally owe you one, even though it really should have been Joker. So obviously it's got to be Tyrese. He's been the most consistent. He's been healthy for the most part, and I'm gonna go with Tyrese.
What you got?
Oh man, see that
he didn't want to do it. He was waiting.
Yeah, this one right here, I had to give it the Fucci face, man. With this one, like, because I want to say Tyrese Maxey. I do because Tyrese got an amazing upside. You saw the growth that he had over the last two seasons. He is a all-star caliber player. We all know Joel can't stay healthy, or he hasn't been able to stay healthy. If we can get 65 games out of Joel, that's a successful season.
Absolutely.
LeBron is LeBron. You know, although we do see that he's slowing down some, Father Time is undefeated. Although LeBron did have that commercial where he was like, you know, he gonna beat Father Time. Yeah, Father Time is undefeated.
Oh yeah, we know that.
And then it's Jaylen Brown. And Jaylen Brown might be the most, at this point in their careers, the most complete player on that team.
Preach. At
this point, he might be the most complete player on that team.
I agree.
Unlike Angel Reese.
Yeah, but Angel.
I knew Angel Reese. Angel Reese. It's only right with me being back that Angel Reese like was in there.
That's all right. Angel just had what yesterday.
I love both of y'all, but you know what I'm saying. She ain't that complete.
She complete enough. She get the job done.
Does she really, or she just there to hold bags?
Hey,
here we go.
I'm saying right now, she can be the most best rebounder on a horrible team or the best rebounder on a good team, but she will still not affect the win line. She's just there looking good.
500 and they are in the playoff contention. Stop it, bro. Don't do Angel Reese. Stall out.
Not because of her. Don't act like she did it. That team was already built before her. That was not built before her. Brother, she turned a horrible team into the best rebounding team, and they didn't do nothing with it. So because she turns this team now into a rebounding team, it don't mean nothing either. I'm sorry. We're talking about the NBA.
Yeah, right. Angel Reese was an all-star again.
Don't trigger me.
Back up off it. You started it. But anyway,
you started it.
Jaylen Brown. That's fine. Jaylen Brown is by far the most complete player on that Philly team. But you didn't ask who was the best player. Who was the most complete player.
No, I said who was the best player on it. I said who's the best. You got a former MVP. You got a washed up MVP. You got someone who's really, really, really good, and then you have someone who's aspiring to be that really good.
And Jaylen Brown is a superstar, man. I don't want to say it. Jaylen Brown is a superstar.
Oh, definitely. But this year he has a microscope on him.
He do. He can't go over there and beat Tobias Harris.
I'm telling you, by the end of the year, people are going to talk about every facet of his game, from scoring to passing, defense. They're gonna see, hey, you're the point. What are you doing to be the point? You know what I mean? Unfortunately, he's gonna get those. How close are you to Chris Paul? How close are you to a guy who actually can facilitate? You know, I think that might not be Maxey's game, but he's still a very, very good player.
But see, the thing about Jaylen Brown is coming from a team that was very defensive sound as a team. So it was easy for him to be one of those guys as far as on the defensive end, because he didn't have to guard the best player on the other team. Coming into this Philly, he might have to guard the best player on the other team. So now we'll get a chance to really see, you know, him from a defensive perspective. But I still think he is the best player on that team. I love Tyrese Maxey. Don't get me wrong, but Jaylen Brown is the most complete player, and I do believe he is the best, right at this point, the best player on that team.
I think he's one of the most complete two-way players in the league right now, period. He's the modern-day Jimmy Butler, you know, and I think he's better than Jimmy Butler. That's just me. But, Ryan, I'm waiting for this, buddy. Who's number one for you in Philadelphia?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think the gentleman, man, y'all made great points. I want to give you a direct answer, but my love of the sport, I gotta kind of break this down.
Go for it.
When healthy, the most dominant player on the team is Joel Embiid. Now, is he ever going to be healthy? He's not. We know that he's probably this year going to give you. You're lucky if he's going to play every other game. He's not going to play back to back. So you're lucky if you get 41 games out of him, right? And when you get to the playoffs, you're just hoping that in the key spots and in the big games, he can be somewhat available. I have a very hot take that I said to my father. Shout out to my dad. I said this to him when the trade happened, which is I think that they're going to deal him at the deadline. I think they're going to deal Joel at the deadline.
Deal who?
Yes. And let me kind of explain. Let me break this down to you.
Hey, Ryan, hold on. Before you break it down, Ryan, it pains me to say this, but I am so glad to hear you say that, because I gave them to the end of the season. But I wanted to say the trade deadline, but I said at the end of the season, Joel Embiid will not be in Philly next season.
No, it's not going to happen. And I think that kind of was him and the Philly front office's kind of wink with him coming. Was I think he knew he doesn't want to be the 42-year-old guy and also the most available guy. I think that for years, even into his late 30s, he was like, I want to give this. Even into his mid-30s with Kyrie, before Kyrie left, his whole thing since I would say probably he's been about 34, 35 is I want to pass the baton to somebody else and just be able to put my foot on the gas when we need it the most, right? Because I think he's smart enough to understand like his basketball mortality, right? With Kyrie ended up leaving, so he wasn't able to pass the baton to him. With AD could just never be healthy enough to where he could really give him the keys to the range, right?
To the castle.
So exactly. So with this situation with Joel Embiid, a little bit different. I think that they're going to start the season. And also we have to think about this too. And Uncle Dede, I know you can appreciate this. What position is LeBron going to play with Joel Embiid out there? LeBron has never played with a true back to the basket five, because where is LeBron at his best? Well, he can get into the lane, he can collapse the defense, he can pass, he can all of the different things. It becomes too difficult, and you really neutralize what makes Joel Embiid great if he's just on the perimeter the whole time. That's the problem that we've had with him, right? So I think it's a situation where stylistically LeBron doesn't want to come in and make it seem like me and Rich Paul came in on some takeover nonsense. So they're going to let it go into the midway point of the season. They're going to see that they're struggling, that it's not really working. Joel's not playing, because the way that they'll play with Joel is going to be completely different than the way they play without Joel. That's why they struggle so much. They play one way when he's there, they play through him, and then when he's not there, they don't play through him, they play through Maxey. That's really been the issue of why they haven't been able to get over the hump. Now, to stay on point, I think they're going to move him at the deadline. I think they're going to get a little bit more depth. I like some of the pieces that they made, Anthony Simons and a couple other guys, but LeBron is at his best when he has shooting. We all know this is not some urban legend. LeBron wins championships with a couple of stars and excellent role players. 3-and-D guys that can come in and rebound, whatever case may be. Cool. Okay. But to answer the question, when healthy, Joel Embiid is the most dominant. I think that, to Uncle Dede's point, the guy with the most upside is Maxey, because we don't really know what his ceiling can be. I would say the best two-way player is Jaylen Brown, right? But I still think if I had to roll out the ball and play and I needed one game, I still think LeBron is the best of all of them. Now, that's not sustainable over 82 games and into the playoffs. He can't do that game in and game out. But if it's a playoff game and you got one game for all the marbles, LeBron is still the best player on that team. And it's not even
the thing about that, though, Ryan, is that the season is 82 games, and you got to win 16 more to be a champion.
Absolutely. And that's why I can't say that he's the best player on the team. Yeah, no, I can't. I'm not going to say that. The best player on the team is Jaylen Brown, in my opinion. I think he's the best two-way player in the game right now. I think he showed that he can be a number one option on a contending team. And I think the thing why I would say he's a little bit better than Maxey right now is I get a little bit more all around. I get a little bit more versatility with Jaylen Brown than I do Maxey, right? So that's why I would give a slight edge to Jaylen Brown right now. But to Uncle Dede's point, I think in the next 3 years, could Maxey be better than him? He could be. We'll see on that. But I think right now the best player is Jaylen Brown, and I'm very, very excited to see how he's used. He and LeBron and all of those guys, VJ Ekholm, I mean, all of them together, how this whole thing is going to work. I've read reports that he potentially could be point guard. I really hope that he's not the point guard. I really hope that they play him at power forward, because he's going to get 6-7 assists a game because his basketball IQ is so high. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to see him bringing up the ball and like, I really hope that they let Maxey, and VJ Ekholm give them some pace that the Lakers and other teams he's been on hasn't had, because he's the one carrying them. He can't run up and down like he used to. So that just answer the question, though. Jaylen Brown's the best player.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie to you, Rod. The whole time, you tune into the Facebook over here on YouTube for us. I just had a big smile my whole time. I'm just smiling because it's just nice to hear Ryan, Tyrus, myself. I'm just smiling for those purposes. Hold up. T, take over real quick, please.
I got you. No, it's been great. I mean, I like your breakdown of it. I like everybody's breakdown of this question that Turbine brought up to us. And I can understand why everybody picked what they picked. But it's one thing that we all got in common is the fact that everybody said that Joel Embiid was probably going to be moved at the end of the season or possibly at the trade deadline. So we all agree that Joel Embiid will not be on this team. So that's the fun part about that. But yeah, it's exciting. I think it's a great question, and I think that we all put really good answers into the basket on this one. And then, of course, we got Brother Wall is always commenting on the Facebook chat, and I got to bring this one up. Of course,
hey, I got something to say to Sydney. By the way, I looked at him. Sydney, you're not getting away for what you just said.
Brother Wall, of course, said Goat James is the 76ers best player. We knew that was coming.
I mean, Goat James or Nephew James?
Goat.
Okay, because he addressed my nephew Goat.
He definitely
did. He did. But back to what I was trying to say before I had to take this phone call. I was just saying, gentlemen, it's nostalgia is a hell of a drug, and to have all four of us talking sports again, it's just getting me in my feels. But
yeah, man,
it is what it is. Hey, buddy.
Man. Oh, question for you before I know y'all got the break coming up here in a few minutes. Have we had an Arthur sighting anytime recently, fellas?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Nah. He has not appeared.
No.
Look, buddy. Hey, hermanito. No, he hasn't been here. Okay? I made sure he was in his cage.
Okay. I'm just making sure, brother. Hey, I miss y'all, man. Like I say, I'm just so happy that y'all are continuing to do this, man. It is like just so amazing to hear you all, man. I know we're going to talk. I'm going to definitely call in all throughout football season. You know, we definitely got to talk Cowboys. We got to talk these Bears. We're going to always talk in the group chat. And like I said, man, I'll be home at some point during the fall. I'm busy here because, I got UMD college football season here coming up in a couple of weeks. So I'm pretty busy with that. But I'm going to try my best, man, to come down and visit with you guys, man, because, man, truly, fundamentals, man, like it did so much for me in my life, man. It's so many of my best memories and best times in my life have been spent all them Friday nights, man, with you fellas. So, man, I appreciate y'all and I miss y'all, man. Seriously.
Hey, Ryan, man. Good to hear your voice, bro. I don't care. I don't care what nobody say. It's so good to hear your voice, bro. Because it's family. When family move away, you kind of lose touch. I know we talk in the group chat. We texting our group chat still, but it's not the same as actually hearing their voice or seeing your brothers from time to time, man. So definitely appreciate the fact that you was able to stop and make this call for sure.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. T-Dub, man. T-Dub. And before y'all go to break, man, T-Dub, that's my man. T-Dub, man. T-Dub, man, I appreciate you, man. T-Dub took me under his wing, man, and really showed me the ropes for my time at WVON. So, man, Titus, if I don't get to tell you enough, man, thank you, bro. Titus, I appreciate you, man. You really mean a lot to me and to so many at that station, man. Thank you.
Man, the pleasure is all mine, brother, man. Thank you for calling in tonight, man. This feels so good to have everybody here tonight, man. And just talking sports like we always do. I mean, this show started just on the concept of all of us just hanging out and talking sports, and we got the opportunity to do this on the airways. And so it is not taken for granted or taken lightly. So when we all in the room, on the phone, whatever we're doing, man, and with you doing bigger and better opportunities and just taking time to talk to us tonight, man, it's greatly appreciated, man. Much love and respect to you, brother. And man, thank you for calling in tonight. Greatly appreciate your input on this, man. And looking forward to when you come back into the city, man, so we can link up.
Oh, for sure. WVON family, appreciate y'all. I miss y'all. For all the people that listen in, man, I'm a fan now. You know what I mean? I was a part of it, but I'm a fan like y'all now. So, man, fellas, enjoy. Have a great rest of the show, man. And as always,
hey, Ryan, before you get out of here, bro,
talk to me.
Can we get one of them Team Jordan packages, man? Can we get a University of Maryland package sent to us?
You know what? Let me work on that. I'm glad you told me that. I'm gonna work on that for y'all next week. Matter of fact,
tell him we was cool with Angel Reese. Except Turbine, he can't come.
Except get him. See if you can find the Angel Reese Maryland jersey and send that to Turbine.
Oh my goodness! You know what I might do? I might put a little bet in. We might get a little. We good for our little side bets. Maybe we do some Cowboys or something during the football season, Bears game or something. And if Turbine lose, I'll send him the Angel Reese Maryland jersey. You got to wear it on the air or something. We'll figure something.
Oh, that's love.
We need that. We need that.
I need that in my life.
Yeah, we need that. And not only is he gonna have to wear the jersey, but he gotta say Angel Reese is my favorite basketball player all time at least 3 times during the show.
Woo! I'm all in.
He does. Absolutely, he does. We'll figure out the terms of the bet. But
absolutely.
All right, fellas. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all, man. And man,
I love you too, brother.
Brother.
On y'all platform, man. Absolutely. Peace out.
All right, bro.
All right, you have been tuned in to the Fundamentals. We will be coming back shortly. We're going to take a quick commercial break, pause for the calls. Again, 773-591-1690 is the number to join the conversation. If you also are tuning in on WVON's Facebook page, we are live there. This is the Fundamentals. I am Titus Tito Williams. We'll be right back in just a moment.
BIN News Now. President Trump says he wants the United States to remain the global leader in cryptocurrency and technology.
New financial technologies are extending this American dominance into the 21st century, and that's why we're focused on creating a clear regulatory framework.
Speaking at the White House, Trump highlighted support for Bitcoin and digital assets as officials launch a new advisory committee. Former Cook County Commissioner Richard Boykin has filed a complaint accusing Cook County Treasurer Maria Pappas of intimidation and official misconduct. Boykin, who is Black, alleges the dispute stemmed from criticism of Pappas's mayoral ambitions, while Pappas has defended her actions. And the Tupac Shakur murder trial resumes today in Las Vegas. Jurors this week heard recordings of Dwayne Keefe D. Davis discussing the events surrounding Shakur's 1996 killing. They were also shown photos of his autopsy. Davis is accused of orchestrating the murder. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. Back to Terry McCready.
The USS Abraham Lincoln being relieved in the Middle East. This after President Trump declared concerns over the aircraft carrier was fake news. Maryland's Black Mayor Wes Moore blasting the president over his remarks.
The response of the president of the United States pisses me off, and it should piss all of us off. I would have hoped that since he's never been forward deployed, since he's never put on the uniform and sacrifice for this country, that he would have more compassion for the people who are willing to.
More on CNN. Multiple reports now confirm the replacement aircraft carrier, the USS George Washington, has arrived, giving the San Diego-based crew of the Lincoln a chance to return home. There have been concerns about the 5,000 crew members who departed San Diego back in November, setting a modern carrier record for time at sea. There could soon be tougher scrutiny for green card applicants when they're deemed a public charge, and that defines an individual who was primarily dependent on the government. Public charge guidance allows immigration officials to consider whether a U.S. citizen child of the applicant or one of their relatives has used health or social service programs, even if the applicant has not. A release this week from the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services says officers will apply several factors to determine whether green card applicants are subject to the public charge of inadmissibility. The new rule means officers will assess all pertinent facts on a case-by-case basis. A USCIS spokesperson says the Trump administration is upholding the rule of law and protecting American taxpayers from subsidizing aliens who may become dependent on public benefits. The WNBA suddenly has become political with one of their biggest names, Sophie Cunningham, speaking out against transgender athletes competing in women's sports. Her team, the Indiana Fever, played in Dallas yesterday, and there was plenty of conservative support.
We very much appreciate what Sophie is doing, but disappointed with the WNBA failing to create a policy to protect women in their sport.
Mary Elizabeth Castle with Texas Values held a rally outside the American Airlines Center. The WNBA Players Association said in a statement they welcome hard conversations, but refuse to be used as political pawns. Philadelphia Mayor Sherelle Parker is excited about One Philly HBCU Week, October 27th through the 31st. The city will celebrate HBCU culture with a battle of the bands, choir competition, and much more. 2 HBCU football games are also scheduled that week at Lincoln Financial Field. Stay informed, stay connected, and subscribe. Follow VIN News this hour wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Terry McCready for the Black Information Network.
It is less than a jury award, but more than the Attorney General could approve on his own. Kay was fatally shot by an MPD officer in Congress Heights in September 2020. HBCU Howard University is launching its first artificial intelligence certificate program for undergraduate students this school year. The new program is open to juniors and seniors from any major and is designed to give students a foundation in AI, ethics, and real-world applications. The 9-credit certificate includes courses on AI tools, responsible AI, and how the technology is being used across different fields. University leaders say the goal is to prepare students for a workforce increasingly shaped by artificial intelligence while helping them understand both the benefits and the risk of the technology. Fort Monroe in Hampton, Virginia will host the African Landing Commemoration Week beginning Saturday, honoring the 1619 arrival of the first recorded Africans in English North America at Point Comfort. The week-long observance celebrates the resilience and legacy of African-descended people through workshops, cultural performances, art exhibits, and community events. Highlights include an African Landing Day ceremony, a Black Expo Unity Market, and a national ceremony of remembrance and renewal. The week will conclude August 29th with the unveiling of the first sculpture at the African Landing Memorial Plaza. For more on these stories, plus international, national, state, and local news impacting the Black community, listen to the Black Information Network on the iHeartRadio app or log on to BINnews.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Black Information Network and on Blue Sky at Black InfoNet. I'm Amber Payton on your home for Black News First, the Black Information Network.
Alexa, play WVON 1690 AM.
Getting WVON 1690 AM station from iHeartRadio.
Try it out for yourself. America is listening to WVON.
Don't act like that. Don't wear that. Don't think that. I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know that taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love and who loves you. That you can be vulnerable and powerful. That you can be more connected and resilient. And taking care of me makes us stronger. Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org.
It's The Fundamentals with T-Dub and DJ Turbine on Chicago's Essential Storyteller, WVON.
You know I'm coming over, right? Baby, tell me what you want. You got it out of me already, baby. Okay. We need that vibe. Give me 10 minutes. You ready? Hey, whatever thing I like.
What time is it? It's 7 o'clock. I'm in my drop top.
Cruising the street.
I got a real thing and she waiting for me.
I pulled up, anticipating, pull up, don't keep me waiting. I got plans to put my hands in places I've never seen, girl. You know what I mean.
Let me take you to a place that's nice and quiet.
And there's no one that's an interrupt. Ain't gotta rush.
I just wanna take it nice and slow. Welcome back to the Fundamentals.
For so long.
Karaoke hit you us a little early today.
I swear.
But your sweetness, that. Ooh, Usher and Chris Brown just came in and we just had the vibe.
Man, what a vibe. Man. What a vibe, man.
To the point where we just want to take it a little nice and slow.
You know, I hope
you know what I'm
a
saying.
good time at the concert. Shout out to kids and shout out to Logan at the concert right now.
Look at the socials. You'll see.
Do not go on stage, Candace and Logan. Do not do it.
They're single ladies. Do what you want to do, ladies.
No.
Do what you want to do, ladies. Uncle Day.
Let me take you to a place nice and quiet.
Hey, that's my uncle.
Ain't gotta rush. I just want to take it nice and slow. They call me USHERRAYNOND.
Oh,
what you want to do with me? Y'all brother feeling like Joe to see.
And that don't spell Uncle Day.
You never know. Let's go. No.
That's Chicago's favorite. I'll go in the building.
Go.
What up, fellas?
Oh,
y'all know we had a sighting from Dr. Love, so we got to kick a little karaoke.
I swear.
Doing our best. Ryan James can
back.
bless the mics for a little bit, so we had to not disappoint a little. You know what I'm saying? And if he was still here, I'm confident he'd be hitting these bars.
Oh, you already know.
But he ain't here. That's why the boys had to do for it. And I think we did our good. Looking like Queen Kim, she giving us her, tip of approval. So Queen Kim, thank you over there. We'll see you on the Facebook Live. I see you on the chats over there. Sydney, I read your stuff, buddy. And we talking off these mics. We are talking off these mics.
What
buddy.
did he say? Oh,
He
man,
said game 2 and how all the audience was Sox fans. Hey, Sydney, how game 2 end?
I attended the game 2 at Wrigley on Tuesday and Wednesday, and there were more Sox fans at the friendly confines than in years past. Sox fans were heard loud and clear during the series. Oh, nice.
And he was like this. Hey, Sydney, what happened in game 2? You lost.
You know,
you lost.
We'll talk about Bruno.
And guess what happened in game 3? You won, but I told Titus this. Hey, Uncle Dede.
Yo.
You know who Danhausen is, right?
I do know who Danhausen is.
Gosh.
So you saw what happened after game 3?
Angel Reese.
No.
Angel Reese.
So Uncle Dede, I turned his mic off because he just wants to turn the conversation away. Guess what happened after game 3 against the Cubs and the Sox?
Did Danhausen curse somebody?
No. Your White Sox fans cursed themselves because you know what they did?
What did they do?
They flew a L in my stadium.
Wow.
So I told Titus to quote Danhausen, you are cursed. Good luck for the rest of the season, T.
Oh, I'm muted now?
Because you just didn't want to hear it. But you know what it is.
Okay.
You are cursed.
Hold on. Speaking of WNBA. We can't let the night go by without giving a shout out to
our ladies.
The ladies.
Chicago Sky rookie Sydney Taylor. Once again at the buzzer for a game winner.
She not new to this. She true to this.
Tonight. She not new to this. She true to this. She's a bucket. She beat Vegas already this season, and then tonight she just gained Golden State Valkyries right here at the Wintrust Arena for a 73-70 victory for our very own Chicago Sky. Shout out to Sydney Taylor for becoming a fan favorite this year, and that young lady carved her own path as an undrafted rookie.
Gabriella?
Now one of the most prolific scorers in the WNBA. So shout out to Sydney Taylor.
Big see it.
I'm gonna piggyback off also for Gabrielle Jaquez because she's had a great year so far to the point where she's in commercials now.
Yeah, that's true. I saw in the ad yesterday.
Hey man, her brother plays in Milwaukee. They said we're gonna be a dynasty out here.
He was here too at the last home game. He was here and he was talking about how he loves Chicago and it's great to come here in the season when there's not snowing. So
I'll tell you straight away. I found this for you, by the way, real quick.
Here we go.
And that's your little curse.
You want to know something? Hang on. You want to know something though? I ain't gonna lie. Turn around. I got something to tell you. Wrestling's fake. We're not cursed. Wrestling's fake.
Tell the New York Knicks that after their curse was lifted.
Wrestling's fake.
Curses are real.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, no, you're not. But you'll wait what happens.
See, as a Cubs fan, he would know because they had a Billy Goat curse them for how many years?
108.
A lot. A long time. He's telling the Cubs fan that curses aren't real. I promise you, Uncle Dede, when I saw the L being flown, it was Wednesday. It was game 3. It was the midday game. I sat here and me and Titus watched the game together. I was like, you know what? Hey, man, good on it. At the end of the day, I actually do appreciate the fact that we split the season series, 3, 2 a pop here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good. It's good for both teams, or not 2 a pop, but 3 total. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We split it. We split the season series. Shows us that we have 2 good squads here in Chicago.
Yeah.
And then me and him were literally on the most coolest, nicest grounds of like, well, I shook hands with him. I said, good luck in your pennant race. And T said the same thing to me. Good luck in your pennant race. And then we looked to the TV, and what do I see? That. And I said, oh, buddy. He looked at me. I was like, oh, Titus, you guys just lost your pennant. And he's like, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. And I was like, I know sports curses. And the Brewers got embarrassed last year after they waved an L. And you guys waved an L, not just in your own stadium. You waved it in mine. So those Sox fans that thought they were going to be cool, sorry, you guys. You literally just cursed your team. So good luck. I know you won tonight, but you did lose yesterday. So 1-1 after going 1-2 against me. That means this week you are 2-4, 2-3. I mean, my math might be the best. I gotta look at that. But I'm just saying, you guys are not in a good spot. So the curse, I will sit there and say to you, DJ Turbine has officially announced the curse for the White Sox because one of your fans decided to put an L in my stadium. They didn't have to. Y'all took the win. Y'all didn't win the series, but some little, knucklehead decided to say, I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to be that guy. And unfortunately, you don't disrespect a terrible towel. You don't disrespect a W. And you will pay for those certain things. You won't see it, but I promise you, you guys will get. It's gonna come back for y'all. It's gonna come back for y'all. And the two of you being this quiet lets me know like you guys are just not trying to poke a bear.
No, it's not that. It's just I'm not worried about it. I said wrestling's fake, so I have nothing else to say. It's just that
wrestling's not wrestling, bro. That's a curse.
I'm not worried about it.
Uncle Dede, you have more respect for Danhausen. So
yeah, so I'm not gonna question the curse because I saw Danhausen uncurse the Knicks and they actually won the championship.
Believe in the Sox. Believe, man.
do what you gotta do, buddy. Sleep the way you have to sleep. Talk to the demons the way you have to talk to your demons. But you're cursed. You are definitely cursed. So I feel bad. I really do, because I wanted this to be a clean cut, whatever. I wasn't mad losing. I wasn't mad when I lost 2-1 early in the season and over there in your guys' place. I wasn't mad that I lost game 3 over here. I was actually satisfied, like, okay, cool. 3-3, sweep. Nobody gets that. Shake hands. Good luck. I'll see you hopefully in the World Series. It was all sportsmanship until that. It was. We'll see what ultimately ends up coming up of that. But Titus, he doesn't want to acknowledge it. He doesn't want to look at me. He's looking at his phone like he's actually texting somebody at 11:20 at night. Who's texting him? I'm just telling you right now.
I'm looking up stats right now. That's all.
I'm just saying. I'm looking at him like I'm
looking up stats.
Like he's in the middle of a conversation when he's not.
I'm looking up stats.
Who's awake right now? Nobody. So, T-Dub.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
Let's just move on.
Let's move on. Bears.
The
Bears. Tomorrow we have our second preseason game after a joint practice this whole week with the Cincinnati Bengals. We did victory last week. We won. I was there. Guess who I also met? I met George McCaskey. That was actually pretty dope. Not gonna lie to you. That was one of the highlights of my life. Not been a big life, but it was a highlight of it.
Oh my God. But
it was still fun of it. So I'm just saying that one of those things was great. Tomorrow we have another game against the Cincinnati Bengals. It's gonna be a backup battle, meaning the Bears already announced and the Bengals already announced their starters ain't going. Our starters ain't going. The Bears were very patient in waiting for the Bengals to announce what they're going to do. And if you haven't been paying attention to media when it comes to sports, the Bengals themselves have a crazy drama, kind of like spewing happening with Joe Burrow. This man he's saying everything and anything to sit there and tell the team, I ain't gonna be here next year. We either do something this year, y'all help me, or I'm out. I'm okay with that, because when the quarterback goes that far, especially where a guy sits there and say like, hey, Joe Burrow took that team to the Super Bowl. Believe it or not, in our lifetimes, we have seen the Cincinnati Bengals make it to a Super Bowl. They didn't pull it out the way we thought, but they still made it. And that was on the back and the medal of Joe Burrow.
Agreed.
Like, you can't sit there and say that wasn't. So every year that goes down to it, you look at Joe, you look at this team and say, what are they doing for him? You look at Joe, look at the Bengals. What have they done to help him? They just lost their best defensive edge. Trey Hendrickson went not only out of the team, he went into a divisional rival to the Baltimore Ravens. If I'm the starting quarterback, yes, I am questioning a lot. I don't care if we got Dexter Lawrence, who is a very good, solid piece on the inside, but he's not Trey Hendrickson. So, guys, help me figure this out. Is Joe Burrow that far off for pretty much putting the Bengals on notice in the sense of fix it or I'm out?
No, I don't. I think that you are not far from anything. I think that Joe Burrow has a valid point. He's already gotten paid, so he's on a big contract right now. And the other fact is that when he was healthy, that they went to the Super Bowl. I mean, and that was in his second year. Since then, he's been injury prone, but that's only because they have not put any support around him. I mean, if you look at who they paid a couple offensive linemen and they paid their wide receivers.
Chase and T.
That's it. They haven't upgraded the defense at all. They haven't got any other players. They haven't got a good running back to let Joe Mixon go. So it's just one of those things where it's just like they have not put any support around Joe Burrow. So it's just one of those things where, yeah, you invested in the quarterback, but it's only done so much. What else have you done for me lately? So I'm not mad at him for wanting out if it goes bad, because you're not going to ruin my career and keep me injury prone every year just to not make the playoffs.
Uncle Daddy. Oh, he might be paying.
Yeah.
Is Joe far off for going that far, saying, hey?
Nah, he well within his right, because Joe is still one of the top quarterbacks in the league. And they got to do something, man. You got there, you got to the promised land. You weren't able to capitalize on it when you got there, and they haven't been back. And this is what happens when you have two position players at the same position that's requiring top dollar, and you go ahead and pay them both, and then you have to pay your quarterback. So now you got three players that's on big time contracts.
He means Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Go ahead.
T. Higgins, right, and then Joe. So you got three players on the same side of the ball that's pretty much eating up a lot of cap space. And now Cincinnati is at a point where, is it cheaper to trade the quarterback, or is it cheaper to trade one of your receivers? And then if you do move one of the receivers, which one do you move? Do you move 7-Eleven, or do you move Walgreens? That's what you call T. Higgins, Walgreens, and Jamar Chase 7-Eleven.
I like that. I like that.
That's pretty
I like that.
That's pretty good.
So which one do you really move?
I promise you, going into the offseason, I thought T. Higgins was gone, but he's not. He's here. He's still there.
He'd be the odd man out. T. Higgins probably has the easiest contract to move.
Mm-hmm.
He probably has the easiest contract to move, so he would be the odd man out. But what are you getting in return? Like you said, they haven't had a run game since Joe Mixon. They let him walk. The defense hasn't gotten much better. And it's like, but Joe, what did you expect when you wanted to cash out for being one of the highest paid quarterbacks at that time? And then you had your receiver who wanted equal money, and Jamar Chase. So this is the nature of the beast. When you paying three players top dollar, your team is going to be terrible and struggle elsewhere.
Now, I do want to I'm going to play a clip real quick, guys. Going back to home for the Bears. And this is going to be Ben Johnson's commenting. And this has made firestorm throughout the week. But he was asked about Kyler Gordon. And I want you guys to hear this. Listen to the tone. Listen to all that. It's not long. But just tell me, what do you guys believe Ben Johnson's feelings are towards Kyler Gordon? And here we go. Ben Johnson on Kyler Gordon's recuperation.
Yeah, there's nothing to add right now. Yeah.
Have any interaction with him? Kyler Gordon, we've pretty much gotten a non-answer.
Yeah, there's nothing to add right now. Yeah.
Have any interaction with him or see?
Yeah, I see him in the building. Yeah.
You feel like he is progressing?
Yeah, there's a plan and he's working towards that plan.
What does he do right now?
He's rehabbing.
I know.
And that's it, guys. That. I'm telling you right now, if I look at somebody, I wish you saw the video. That was a man who just didn't want to hear the name Kyler Gordon. That was a man that said, next question. Next question. So with this being said, gentlemen, I want to ask you guys, hot or cold, is there smoke here? Like, should we be concerned?
Well, you know the saying, where there's smoke, there's fire, and I think that we should be concerned because Kyler Gordon has been injured most of last season. He's been in and out with injury all season of last year, and now we're going into a whole new season. So what? The Bears have been out of the playoffs since January. We're going now into training camp, which is now August. So that's what, 7 months roughly?
Yeah. 7, 8 months. Yeah.
And you're still dealing with some of the same injuries? That's not good.
Soft tissue.
It's right. It's one of the hardest injuries to get over is a soft tissue injury. But at the same time, it's one of those things where Ben Johnson demands so much from his players and he expects nothing but excellence. And if you can't perform on the field, you might have to move on. I mean, look at, honestly, the guy they just brought in, Davenport, when he was hurt all those years ago.
Marcus Davenport,
when he was hurt all those years ago in Detroit, guess who had the influence to let him go? Ben Johnson. So we're familiar with this. We know this territory. I wouldn't be surprised if he was on the trading block or possibly got cut before the season starts.
Now, here's the crazy part. Like Ben, believe it, Ben's a second-year coach. And here's the thing. That attitude, the cadence, that speech that I'm hearing, that's a guy that tells me that he hasn't been around Kyler. And that's because last year he wasn't available for a majority of the games. So the fact that we're in year 2 of Ben Johnson as our head coach, and we all raved and hooted about the success and yes, that's the coach I want. The coach I want is sitting there telling me, I don't like this guy. He's not saying it, but he's saying it without saying it. So
I don't think it's the fact that he don't like the guy. He don't like the fact that the guy is not available.
Sure. I see that too. What do you think about Ben's comments when it comes to Kyler?
I'm 100% in agreement with T-Dub when the smoke is fire. And I don't necessarily know if it's because he's fed up with Kyler and not being on the field, or if he's just fed up with asking questions about Kyler's health when it's the same thing over and over again. And as from a coaching standpoint, I can understand you're tired of getting asked the same thing. Like, look, when he's available. He'll be on the field. He'll be playing. If not, he's not available right now. And like you said, with soft tissue injuries, it's hard to say because that's one of those, how does it feel? Today it could feel fine. Tomorrow it could not.
I get it. You're right. Definitely. Because it's one of those things, especially with soft, and it's in his groin. This man can barely move. This man literally has to be on a donut, sitting down, and let rehab be rehab. But come on, guys. How many times? We all walk. We all move. So he is literally, unfortunately, in a rare spot when it comes to injuries. So hopefully it all gets better for him. I expect it to get better for him, but I do understand Ben's frustration when it comes to this guy. When Dennis Allen got here 2 years ago, last offseason, basically what it was, the conversation came like Dennis wanted Kyler Gordon in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And we still haven't seen that to fruition. We've seen little things here and there. So as a Bears fan, you're sitting there saying that we have a weapon, and not just a proven weapon on defense, and it's not there. And we're doing our best to try to figure it out. Unfortunately, if you all keep up with Bears camp, everybody's getting hurt right now. I don't know what it is about us, but we have gotten the injury bug way early when it comes to off-season and football season. The season, we're in preseason, and our secondary is already decimated. We're trying to put pieces together to the point where, like, yo, you don't have to play. You don't have to play. Take a day off. You take a day off. We'll figure this out. But I need you for week 1. But again, with that limited opportunity, I'm gonna ask y'all.
They get Ozzy Capello back.
Yeah, they got Ozzy back, but Ozzy coming ahead back from his injury, he still has his own timetable to come back full action. My concern is really more on the defensive side, and it's what I want to ask you guys. Hot or cold? How concerned are you guys about all these injuries that we hear in camp when it comes to the defense? Offense, I think we're going to be fine, but defensively, last year, we all know this unit might have been top 10, top 5 when it came to takeaways, but however, we were real bottom of the barrel when it came to the other ones. Yards, points, et cetera, and so on and so forth. So if it wasn't for those takeaways and those opportunities, this defense would have just been a bottom unit. But you know what I'm saying? Without that being said, we overhauled the defense, and it feels like the overhauled defense is nowhere close to being the same, even close to what last year was, and that apparently wasn't even good. So is there concern, guys, on this defensive side?
Oh, it's a red flag.
Absolutely.
It's a red flag.
Absolutely. Yeah, because we all know that in any sport, the best ability is availability. And when you have a whole side of the ball that's being decimated by injury, it's almost like, depending on how long these injuries are, how many games players are going to miss, guys are going to be missing, you might be looking to say, this is going to be one of those down years where the Bears can be expecting to be picking high up in the draft because they already have one of the toughest schedules in football this season. The division is not getting any easier. And you're going to need that defense in order to keep you in games. I mean, granted, the offense is immaculate, but if you can't stop anybody, you can't win. Offense sells tickets and defense wins championships, and that's in every sport.
I'm right there with it. I believe it or not, the fact that we're facing the Bengals is kind of serendipity and poetic, but I don't want to be the Bengals. Like last year, they were close to averaging 30 plus a game, but they were giving up 30 plus a game as well. So what's the point of having one of the highest rated offenses if my defense can't stop a nosebleed? T?
No, I'm with you on that. I think it's a red flag. I mean, with all the injuries, I mean, we got a rookie right now, Thieneman, as our starting safety. They rotating guys from that play linebacker to safety right now. And those guys are getting hurt. So it's just one of those things where the team is young, so they should be able to bounce back from injury pretty well. But going into the season, it's not looking good, man. And the Kobe Bryant injury hurts the most because he was supposed to be the new leader on defense and just won a Super Bowl. Man. Just won a Super Bowl. High expectations, got a big payday. So he was expected to be that guy. And the bad part about it is that the secondary was supposed to be the best part about this defense because nobody really believes in the pass rush. They made more moves at the back end of the defense than on the front end of the defense. And now with the back end of the defense majority hurts before you start the season, that is a huge red flag. That's why I went to go pick up Davenport because they want to try to create some type of pressure. We
haven't talked about that.
He's a Dennis Allen guy. He's also a Ben Johnson guy. He played for both of them when he was with the Saints in Detroit. The problem with him is he hasn't been healthy in 3 years. So it's a 1 year deal just to see what's going on, to see, hey, could you possibly make an impact? And so I think the biggest thing
you bring in a player with health issues.
Incredible health issues
by injury.
Yep. Go figure, huh? And here's what I think.
Davenport hasn't played double-digit games in 3 years.
I think what really hurt the Bears and their plans defensively was the whole thing with the asking price for Max Crosby. I think that they put all their chips in the bag to get Max Crosby. I think that they thought that they had it in the bag, but when they saw what the Ravens gave up with those 2 extra first-round picks to get them, the Bears wasn't willing to match that. And I can understand why, because you got a new team and those first picks are valuable. But when you're trying to get a game changer like that, when you feel like you're one player away defensively from being a Super Bowl contender, you make the move. But I don't think that the Bears feel like they're 1 year away, and that's why they didn't make the trade. And so they want to put their eggs in that basket, and then they end up not working out. And so they didn't have a backup plan. And now their so-called backup plan was to make moves on the backside of the ball, which again is the secondary, and now all those guys are hurt. So now what do you do?
I'm just mad that if we were going to spin the block, if Dennis Allen was going to spin the block and anybody who had experience in his defensive line room,
you called it.
Why can't we get Cameron Jordan? Why? Like I know he's 37 or 38 or 42 or 47 or 51, whatever age he is. But I'm just saying that is a proven commodity. Yeah. You chose a guy that I'm telling you right now, guys, Uncle Dede, T-Dub, I tell you right now, when somebody has to tell me, preface it like hey, this guy, if someone has to tell me former first-round pick Marcus Davenport, if that man is still living off his draft capital, he's not doing something in the league.
Clearly.
Because you have to remind me that when he came into the league, he was highly touted. Marcus Davenport is not highly touted anymore. He is just another rotationary piece on a defensive line. I get what the Bears are looking for, saying, hey, man, if you can stay healthy, when you were with the Saints those couple years, you had about 25 sacks. Last 3 years, between Minnesota, 2 years in Detroit, you didn't do anything. You were just a shell of yourself.
Yeah.
So we're not hoping for what we saw the last 3 years. And 3 years, that's a long time. That's a long time. I'm not asking for what happened last 3 years. Dennis Allen is asking what happened the last time they played in Cincinnati together, and 4 years ago. Yep. That's a pipe dream. We will see how that ultimately winds up for you here. I hope, as a Bears fan, I hope it works out the best, because if it works out the best, guess what? We have another pass rusher and another scenario that helps us out. And yeah. One last question I want to ask you guys before we get out of here.
Okay.
We're in camp. We're doing our fun stuff. Now, again, this is going to be one of those how to code, concern, no concern questions, right? So, Montez Sweat, our top paid defensive edge pass rusher, has had himself a camp. Last year he had 10 sacks, which, hey, we haven't had a 10 double-digit sack guy since Robert Quinn in a couple years. You know what I mean?
Really? Wow.
So it's been a minute. Pop quiz: who was the last guy to have double-digit sacks in back-to-back seasons? Take your time while I keep going. But with that being said, Sweat went off and said he was talking very glowingly about Darnell Wright, who just got a new contract, all-pro right tackle, and he told media, I don't know if I would have said this, but he told the media that in one-on-ones between him and Darnell Wright in camp, he has yet to beat Darnell Wright in one-on-one competition. That sounds great. That sounds like, hey, my boy's killing it. We have a stud tackle. This is my question to y'all now. Is that cause for concern about Montez Sweat, that my top paid, heavily paid pass rusher can't get past? I know he's young. I know what we just paid him, but is that concern? Like the fact that Montez is sitting there saying that, oh, man, Darnell got my number.
I'll take it first. I think no, just because of the way that he played last year, that he was stopping some of the best pass rushers in the league. We had Abdul Carter. He made look like a little kid. Well, we talking Max Crosby last year.
Trey Hendrickson.
I mean, it's been big names that he stopped on that pass rush on that right tackle side. So he definitely earned his money and his keep last year. I mean, we saw him doing cartwheels
2 times against what's my dude from Detroit, Hutchinson?
Yeah, I mean, we saw him doing cartwheels in the game because he was so excited because of how great he was playing in game-winning drives. So I don't think it's one of those things to be concerned about for real. I think that Montez is just trying to hype him up just to show that, hey, I think the offense is going to be really good this year.
Bro,
so he's just trying to hype
pass
him
rusher can't get past him.
I think he can. I think this all a ploy just to make him look good.
Uncle Daddy, what do you think about Sweat's comments?
Yeah, I'm kind of with T-Dub here, man. It's definitely good to hear that your supposedly best defensive lineman is fully supporting your top offensive line.
He's conceding to him.
I mean, you can call it conceding. You can call it conceding, or you can just call it, he hyping him up. He giving him his props. And if Darnell Wright has been that good, I don't think it's nobody in the league as far as the offensive lineman that if you give them 10 snaps, they're gonna beat Montez Sweat every snap, all 10. I don't think it's any, especially one-on-one, not happening.
I would hope so. I would hope so, because hearing that, I'm very happy for Darnell's skills, because we all know we drafted him 10th overall the year before Caleb, and he has definitely come a very long way last year, making an all-pro, and he has shown to be very versatile. If not that, when he was a rookie, this man was passing the wide receivers conditioning test as an offensive lineman. So I think that I'm happy for Darnell being that guy at right tackle. Hey, when you have a guy that they're on the online like that you can just invest in, and we already paid Darnell, so he's here. He ain't going nowhere. But it throws me to the days for a Kyle Long for us, or if I'm looking at like even the Detroit Lions, the Philadelphia Eagles, the likes of a Penei Sewell or a Lane Johnson who are able to hold it down together. I don't know as far as Panay, because Panay is proven to be a good switch. He can do both right and left, but right now Darnell is just strictly the right tackle. But either way, Darnell's shown to be that talented. And if you ask me, I have a little concern because simply Montez has not been the best. And if you're telling me that Darnell is doing that much against you, I'm happy for Darnell, and I'm hoping that that's not just a flash in the pan or a caveat. I'm hoping that that's consistent. That's Montez saying, yo, he that good. I just can't get past him. And like you say, Uncle Dede, I hope that the rest of the league, I hope there's not 10 other or 8 other or 9 other, whatever the number is, tackles that can hold him the way Darnell's holding him. And if that's the case, iron sharpens iron, as Titus said earlier. And I would hope that this makes Montez better. But we'll see ultimately how it goes down. I do take it as I'm taking a little cause to pause there because Montez, what are we talking about? Why don't say that? Like, if you want to sit there and say that to your team in private, do that. But don't tell the whole league that and have them be like, oh, whoa, Montez, I'm seeing you week 1. I'm seeing you week 2. The Carolina Panthers not licking their chops. Like, I'm just saying, it's just those little things.
I think you read a little too much in it because
I have no choice, Titus.
I want to say it's one of those things where, Uncle Phil, he was playing around, acting like he didn't know how to play pool, and then Jeffrey brought out Lucille. And we know the rest of it.
Jeffrey, break out Lucille.
I'm just saying. So I think it's one of those things where he's just trying to make his boy look good.
I hope. I really do hope, man, because at the end of the day, it caused me some pause to sit there and be like,
Yeah, I get it, though.
Because our defense as a whole is not we're not anybody's stalwarts. We don't got anybody's best this, best that. Kobe Bryant got hurt for the season, and I'm not gonna lie to you, the whole defense now, the plan is gone because the financials that went behind it, the financials that went to try and do certain things to like improve it for the next year, that goes away now. Yeah. Because now we have to pivot to an Xavier Woods, we have to pivot to certain people on the D line. You know how much money we gave Kobe that we could have gave anybody else? Yeah. Guess what? That money is gone because that guy has it. I'm not coming at Kobe in a disrespectful way. I'm just saying that the fact that you sat there and said, "Oh, Kobe can come back for the playoffs," my question becomes, what does that mean? I don't know what Kobe Bryant looks like on this defense. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's not proven. It's not a proven commodity. So to tell me that, hey, he's going to come back and play for the playoffs, maybe, I don't know what that looks like. I just don't.
Well,
I'm sorry.
That's football, man. I mean, the injuries happen. Things like this happen. I mean, look at Detroit just a couple years ago. They won 14 games and everybody on their team was hurt. So it's just one of those things where you got to deal with injuries, but you got to be able to have a game plan for when these things happen. And I think that the Bears are prepared to address those certain needs as far as the defense being bad. And right now, I think they're banking on if our offense outscores you, then the defense should be fine until we can get some of these pieces back. So that's not a recipe to win. But
I see. Okay. I see what you're saying.
If you win half your divisional games, that usually means you make the playoffs. So I think it's one of those things where they're trying to bet on the statistics instead of reality. But the reality is that they possibly still could be in it. So it's just one of those things where we just got to wait and see, unfortunately.
I guess you're right. Well, let's call it an evening, gentlemen. It's fun.
Before we do, I got to bring up something for those who don't know, because I was asked to bring this up this week. For those who don't know, but if you don't know, if you've been under a rock,
big
news. I need you
to
get to it. Big news. Guess who has a football team?
WVON?
No.
Oh.
Chicago State University. They have a Division I program football team that, guess what? They start next week, baby. Yes, Chicago State University has a Division I football team. They will be starting next week, and they got a great schedule. It's going to be fun. It's their inaugural season. Coach Rome will be coming on WVON a little bit later. He's been on before to talk about it. President Zeke's got to be on as well this week to talk about it, and it's going to be a great opportunity, man. I'm looking forward to Chicago State having a football team. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great inaugural season.
It's going to be fun for VON.
And guess what? It's not only is it going to be so much fun, it's the first Division I school in the city of Chicago. I didn't realize that. We don't have a Division I school in the city of Chicago. Evanston with Northwestern and the Fighting Illini and all that other stuff. No Division I school. So for this to be coming to Chicago State University, to a school that's on the south side of Chicago, this is so awesome. A predominantly black school as institution as well. I remember Gary was talking about her mom went there when it was Chicago Teachers Academy because they graduate students majored in education and went on to become professors and teachers and that much in the education field. So the fact that we went all the way from there to where we are now, this is so awesome. So happy for the program. So happy for the school. So happy for the south side of Chicago.
Sports.
This is going to be a lot of fun.
Couldn't
leave the show without mentioning that.
And I can't leave it without mentioning, I thought it was over. But guess who's going into extra innings?
Scoreboard.
The Cubs and the Mariners are going into extra innings.
Woo!
10, tied at 5. Being the road team, they're up first. And we'll see what happens.
Let's go.
But they were down 3-5 a majority of the game.
That's true.
They homered in the 8th, and they homered in the 9th.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't that sound like game 2, Sydney?
We don't talk about Bruno.
No, not you. This is me and Sydney.
Yes, sir.
He want to talk about that. Hey, by the way, you don't go to my stadium and chant "Go Sox, go" and expect to win. You don't. You don't.
Hey, I just got a couple things to say to you. One thing the Cubs and the White Sox can both agree on: Green Bay still sucks.
Green Bay sucks. Green Bay sucks.
That's how you end the show,
that's
baby.
Right.
That's how you end the show.
Right.
Also,
let's go.
That's right. That's right.
I'm watching. You're still cursed.
Again, wrestling's fake. Number one, we just ended in mutual saying Green Bay sucks, and then you play that. This guy here.
Because
I love you, Turbine.
Your fans.
I love you, Turbine.
It's your people.
Don't ever change.
They did it.
Don't ever change.
That's hilarious.
Angel Reese is an all-star.
Can't deny that.
I'm trying to think of something to say. I really am, but at this point, I'm not.
Oh, we back on this.
I'm not. It's karaoke time.
Oh, this we're going with us.
Mm-hmm.
No breezy. You remind me of a girl that
once knew.
See your face whenever
that
I look at you. Wouldn't believe all of the things we could be through.
This is why
I just
was the one
for me.
For the fundamentals, ladies and gentlemen, my name is DJ Turbine.
I am Titus Tina Williams, baby.
Yeah, this your boy Ever Better Chicago favorite uncle. Shout out to Breezy and Usher. Took down Cold Field this weekend.
The R&B
wasn't that bad. Fellas, don't let the ladies get up on the stage. Chris Brown, he said he wants single ladies only because he ain't breaking up no happy households or no households.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. My lady's waiting for me. I don't know about the rest of y'all.
Hey, man. She's waiting for you. Or she's playing Usher. So unfair.
So unfair.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a Friday night. I'm getting you right. It's been nice to see y'all. Miss us. We had a fun night with Ryan James, all the boys. So, with that being said, see harmonizing over there. Let's harmonize with him. By count, 3, 2, 1. Peace.
This is why it's you go. You remind me of every mind. Girl, you're missing. Leave on the rain. She put me through. This is why I just can't get it with you. No, I need my girl. You wanna see a mess whenever I look at you.
The talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation is 1690 AM WVON Berwyn.